WA's Great Northern Highway is the lifeline supplying the inland mining communities dependent on road transport for food, fuel and materials. Truck operators say it's the most dangerous road in the state, with some sections in such disrepair that they say it's only a matter of time before a life is lost. Mark Bennett took a trip on the road they call the Horror Highway.
Hazelmere, Tuesday morning. Brad Veiger gets ready for his daily run, taking a load of mining equipment up to the Plutonic gold mine in the state's northwest. He'll drive 900 kilometres today, heading up on the Great Northern Highway.
I come up and down here 6 days a week. One day I go up and the next day I come back.
If you see this big rig coming, you can bet she's tracking wide. You'd better move it over and give us room to ride.
But for Brad and the hundreds of other truckies who spend their working days and nights on this road, they say it's only a matter of time before the highway claims their life.
There's been quite a few accidents of trucks losing mirrors and things like that as they go up and down this road, especially through here. It gets real close, within inches sometimes.
Through here is this section of the highway between New Norcia and Woburn.
It's pretty rough at the moment. The railway line's started to sink down and the corner's full of potholes. Yeah, it's really, really rough. The road started to break up and fall apart.
Last month, the Transport Workers Union took complaints from its members about the condition of WA's regional highways to the Main Roads Department. At the top of the list was this section of the Great Northern Highway.
We have more complaints from truck drivers about that road than any other road in Western Australia, and our drivers refer to it as Horror Highway. They say it is a death trap and major works need to be done on it as a matter of urgency.
But despite the increasing numbers of heavy haulage using the Great Northern,
we were shocked to learn that there was no funding available for it in the future. Not now, not next financial year, not in the future, not on the horizon. No money is going to be made available.
This is where the money has been allocated, the 4.2 kilometre rebuild of Great Eastern Highway, aimed at reducing traffic congestion into the city, costing $350 million. Despite allocating funds in 2009 to upgrade the Great Northern Highway through the Bindi Bindi Bends, to date nothing has been done, and it's unlikely to change in the near future, with Queensland's flood-damaged roads soaking up national funding. Judging by a statement released at 7:30 from the Federal Transport Minister, Anthony Albanese, it could be years before the highway the truckies fear is upgraded.
Future funding priorities will be determined in consultation with the WA Government in the lead-up to the second stage of the Nation Building Program, which begins in 2014.
I mean, this is one of the busiest roads in the state, especially on Friday nights and things like that. And if they came out here and saw how many blokes actually had to put up with this and how rough it really is, it'd be good to have a bit of money spent on the road before then.
Paul Aslan says the tonnage carried on the highway makes it a special case for an urgent upgrade.
The loads nowadays are massive, and when you think all that infrastructure that's going up, all that steel, all that fabrication that's going up north, all the housing, all the accommodation, the transportable accommodation, I mean, some of these trucks are carrying 124 tonne and more.
Cheers, man. Nice one. So whereabouts are you going today?
Up to Plutonic.
Oh, yes.
That's 3 a week up there. Where are you fellas going?
Christmas Creek.
Oh, right, yeah. Another rough road.
Yeah, I heard the last part's pretty rough, eh? Well, I reckon this one will be right.
The road is rough enough to loosen these huts travelling north.
That last section, about 20-odd k's back, wasn't it? Just before the Bindi Bindi Bends, actually. Very, very rough. I came through there, this was going all over the place, lost a bit of wood at the back.
Something needs to be done to it. It's shocking. It's been like this for so long. And it just seems to be getting worse.
Jim Connor has been on the road for 25 years.
I've had a few near misses where the last trailer on the truck coming towards me is just about taking my mirror out because it's flicked because it's caught the edge of the road. They're very scary because you're waiting for a mirror to come through your window, you know.
Southbound 5 metre blade here, mate, if you wouldn't mind just backing off a bit and dropping us in.
You got a low loader with a dozer on it.
Thanks, bud.
The road is just not wide enough for oversized. It's not too bad when the road's good because you can drop off to the edge of the, drop a wheel on the gravel and go past. But in those incidents, you have to stop because the road's too rough along the edge.
The Transport Union plans to campaign to push for earlier funding.
We intend taking this up with the political operatives. As you know, the union movement selects a lot of people to go into Parliament. We want them to take up the cudgels on our behalf. We have to embarrass them into it, basically. I mean, that's the squeaky wheel that gets the grease, is the common saying in our business, and we've got to get a lot squeakier.
Give me room, give me room, give me room, give me room.
Mark Bennett on the road there.